will, other times they do, so technically it works, but not recommended, so.
I guess I should ask, does everybody think we're going to be okay for Thursday with it being that close to the holidays?
It should be okay. Can't think of anything right now. I couldn't.
I ain't doing shit for the holidays, so I'm free.
Yeah, I'm okay for
Okay.
Thursday.
Yeah, Friday or Saturday I'm going to my parents, but
yeah, by Friday I wouldn't be, but Thursday's okay.
Next Tuesday I can't.
Oh Jesus!
I'm just gonna have to see what they post about the schedule, but yeah, my hours might change, so I don't know if I'll be able to be available Tuesday. But
I think it's funny that on Amazon they were still saying like, you can order 1-day shipping on the 23rd and get it before Christmas. Like, fuck you. Yeah, like fuck you. Stop it.
Yesterday was the last day for standard shipping to get before Christmas.
Right.
Yeah, I
have Amazon Prime, so I don't have to worry ever.
I bought something yesterday, and I got like the air shipping or whatever, so it should be there by.
You paid more money than you should have.
Don't care. I wanted the guarantee.
Hey, I'll be right back. Got to get a little bit of food before we start. But
okay.
But yeah, I really wanted the guarantee that it would be there on time.
Quick, everybody, kill his character.
Push him into the fire. He can't respond.
Push him into the fire. He can't respond. That's horrible.
CJ, Soldak's in the fire. What do you do?
He stays stoic.
CJ. Fine.
He's there.
Fine, CJ. You take damage.
All
you take more damage.
All of the damage.
You take more damage.
If you don't roll the dex, you auto fail. Damn it.
I like that one. I guess they're called the head expansion meme or whatever.
Yeah.
About the look who decided to show up.
I don't know. I haven't seen that one.
Well, look who decided to let the cat show up. That was like the last one. Instead of like, look who decided to come. Look what the cat dragged in. Look who decided to show up. And the last one was like all of them combined. Well.
I like the ones that are like the whatever. It's like the ones where it's like it gets more of like the meme where it's like oh yeah, whoever like whatever blah blah blah. And it just like goes in like the choppy like 9 fucking excellent like apostrophes or whatever. Like I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah, it's well, if it isn't blank. Well, fancy meeting you here. Well, look what the cat dragged in. Well, look who finally decided to show up. Well, if it isn't fancy meeting what the cat finally decided to show up.
That's bad.
Female characters with big anime titties. well written female characters. Well written female characters with the big anime titties.
That's horrible.
K and then KK and then KK. How about this one? I put one in Discord.
Oh.
Okay, back. Sorry
Yeah.
for the delay.
Be a man. Use your hand.
11, 10 and 1, 1 1, 1 T1.
Hey. Alright. Last time on Dragon Ball Z. the
Dragon
heroes-
Fall Pay.
People who pee on the edge to avoid making toilet seat sounds. Or people who pee on the edge of the toilet to avoid making sounds. People who insert their penis directly into the toilet water to avoid making sounds.
Okay then.
What are you looking up?
Brain expansion
It's those memes that get like just get like more and more abstract and funny.
Twisted memes.
Yeah. When last we left our heroes, they were journeying from Barovia to Hamlet and decided to take a rest. When suddenly there were animal noises. They were attacked. The end. Oh, also, CJ, I put Zoldak in the fire and you didn't say anything while you were gone, so he's dead.
I was taking continually 1 fire damage every round while
Yeah.
I was gone.
Yep,
Real time.
I waited, yeah, every 6 seconds.
Yeah. I did see he was in the fire.
Put him back.
Yeah.
So yeah, the poison ogres attacked. I believe everybody kind of just identified or looked through them, what they wanted. The fire's still going, and not everybody got their rest since it was interrupted. So, and Tim, your spiritual weapon will dispel.
Yeah, I know. No.
Rain wanted to check out the cause of like whatever was shooting from the trees.
I'm assuming we're doing a long rest.
Yeah.
Gizmo is going to take 1 minute of his time to put down a magic circle so he can sleep in it. And anyone else who wants it.
Okay.
How big is the magic circle? Like 10 feet across?
10-foot radius.
Radius.
So
Okay.
you're
20 foot.
you're like casting it,
And describing it on the ground.
right? I mean, like you're using a spell slot to cast it.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I think I could give you magic circle. Thought I saw a decent one. It's kind of circle.
Ooh.
How big is it?
10 foot radius.
Oh, so it's actually
Actually works out nice. Holy hell.
That's cool.
Even in Dwarvish.
oops.
basically the shield golem is too large. He's not allowed.
Move over.
Yeah.
He can still fit if he just goes like right
Yeah,
there.
it affects every square that it's touching in
Yeah.
the inside, just because
It
Yeah.
only lasts an hour, but if it gets an hour of peace,
It sits in the fire because it'll heal faster than the fire can hurt it.
Yeah.
It's tempering itself.
Yeah, if it puts its fists in there, it will do temporary fire damage on every punch.
Sold. Smolder.
Wait, I mean, wait, it doesn't do that.
By temporary, it only does it for the first 10 seconds after pulling it out of the fire.
Yeah, somehow it cools.
Instantly cools. Does it for 11 seconds, enough to get in 1 round of combat, and almost 2.
Yeah, 11.59. Gotta open up my character sheet.
CJ, do you remember if Gizmo finished the Tome of Knowledge Understanding? Did I finally ever finish
He
that?
did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you should. He removes it from his inventory, right? Or
You should.
Yeah.
I think doesn't somebody has the other one?
I do, I have the
Rain
Constitution
had
one.
the Constitution one.
Okay.
She's not a fan of.
Zoldak could make good use of that.
Do you want it?
If you're not going to use it,
Yeah, probably not.
may as well.
May?
I think I was planning on maxing out my Constitution score, so hey, bumping that up to a 22.
Oh, Jesus.
It's gonna be May. I forget, what was mine called?
I don't even know if we actually. No, we had to have identified it because I told you about it, about how it has or was that the
Oh, Manual of Health. Here it is.
yeah?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the
it was like about
description was kind of
fitness and
funny.
stuff.
Diet tips.
Yeah, diet tips. It's like that was so hilarious. But it's
What? Stop
mad
eating
for
bacon.
diet tips.
I don't want to stop eating bacon.
How to not die better.
Yeah.
Alright, feel free to start. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Chapter 1, Stop Adventuring.
Yeah. So are you giving that to Zoldak? I think so. I'll write it down
Yes.
in my inventory.
Yeah.
I think it takes a lot of time to.
Yeah, I think it was like 40 hours or something.
It was basic. It was something where it's like you're devoting a considerable amount of your day to that.
Yeah.
I'll look it up a while, but if
Yeah, take it.
possible, Zoldak will start.
Yeah, with long rests, there's allowed to be like 2 hours of downtime, so like maybe like 1 hour wind down and then 1 hour in the morning,
Yeah.
and then just, I don't know, keep track of that somehow. Like
Yeah.
open up a new resource just called Manual of Health and like have the
Yeah.
total be 40, but the little one be 22 or something.
Yeah. Let me see what the total is. Manual of Bodily Health. 48 hours over a period of 6 days. Wow, that's practically like a work. That's like a work week.
You know,
That is a work week. So basically 8 hours over 6 days. Oh. I don't know if Zoldak will have enough time, but I'll get started on it.
Yep. So I guess as everybody's like going to sleep and stuff, May will say that since he's the most attuned to like the nature sounds and we just had the fight, he'll take watch first. He'll listen. Actually, I guess the shield guardian doesn't need to sleep, but I don't know what its spot is.
I feel like it wouldn't really be great at alerting waking up people to danger.
I'm back.
You could just smack everybody.
Yeah, like I feel like it'd definitely be good at keeping watch, but it's not like a guard dog that would start barking.
Right.
It would just kind of be like,
Oh,
I'm
true.
gonna
Actually, I don't even know if it can. But
I mean, I could just give it the command to like stand guard or something, but its perception sucks.
right, that's
well,
what I was
that
gonna
too.
say. Yeah. So May's gonna take first watch if everybody wants to fall asleep. In fact, he'll just like come up.
Up on his rock of doom.
Yeah, up on his rock of fighting, and
Forge a great ring.
Actually,
Furthermore.
in fact, he'll go against like this tree and sit down and like face the party and just be like sitting there, just like just kind of off to the side.
We deem the trees are safe.
Well, he will just have to find out. So 2 hours go by and nothing happens. He comes over and
Rain isn't sleeping. She doesn't need a long rest.
okay. Okay, well, yeah, if she chooses not to sleep at all, then May is going to spend 2 hours just like investigating the trees and like the area.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
wandering.
Rain will keep watch.
Yeah. So he's going to roll history or nature and survival.
Rival at least was better.
Yeah. So whenever he comes back after the 2 hours, he'll talk lightly to Rain and basically tell her that he doesn't really know the cause still of any of this poison, but he has noticed that it seems like any of the trees that attacked us, they don't have the green stuff on them. That's not to say that they didn't have it before or not, but they don't have it on them. So he's unsure of the conclusion to draw from that, like whether it is unrelated to the green stuff, but at least that is true.
Right, like it could have fired, like the green stuff like could have fired off of the tree, or it isn't
Right.
related,
Or it's not. Yeah, or it's not.
Right.
It was like something else. So, he says that he's tired and he's gonna go to sleep. So that's just basically all the information he can give her.
Okay.
So, magic circle only lasts 1 hour, so by the point it's actually gone.
Yeah, Rain will hop up on her golem and just kind of like patrol the perimeter.
Okay. Yeah, so roll 2 perception checks.
One for me, one for the golem, or
Um,
just me twice.
two for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not perceptive.
So the 6 hours goes by, and aside from normal noises of bugs and everything else in the distance, nothing else seems to happen. It is now very early morning, and everybody is kind of either waking up or did wake up a little bit ago, and they're just kind of doing their preparations, whatever you would do, like your morning ritual,
Yeah,
eating
Zoldak
any-
would have spent 2 hours of that long rest kind of, doing light reading of the
Right.
manual before and after.
Yeah.
Or
So
an
whether
hour
you're like maintaining weapons, armor, supply, eating any food you have for breakfast, getting ready for the day, and like that.
Mhm.
I guess.
Tickling your nose.
Yeah, sorry. It's called sucks.
It's whatever.
Sometime throughout the night, Rain would have put another spell into the Shield Guardian for spell storing.
Okay.
I guess
So
I'll roll a hit dice or two as well.
Yeah, everybody gets half their hit dice back.
I haven't used any.
Yeah, nobody's used any since because we've rested for so long. And yeah.
With 10 hit dice, I think I would remember if I used some.
Oh man, I forget. I think it's I don't remember.
Yeah, Zoldak, as he's reading this manual, he's like, "Wow, there's a lot of good tips in here."
Are you eating healthy, Zoldak?
I had no idea a balanced diet was Lucky Charms were part of a complete breakfast.
Lucky Charms are such a part of a complete breakfast. That's horrible.
Now, these ancient tomes, very, very
Hold on a
informative.
second.
If we ever get out of these woods, I'll have to make sure I devote some more time to reading.
Okay.
But we'll see. I have a feeling we're not going to have much downtime with whatever it is that's going on affecting these woods.
Guarantee
We
it's
should
Tomlet.
continue on our way.
Tomlet and Oliver. Oliver, that bastard.
The
Get-
agent of Satan.
Gizmo is in a deep slumber, and suddenly a picture of Oliver's face appears in his head, and he just starts screaming and runs into his own. Well, I guess an hour went away. He runs into his own magic circle, but it's wandered off.
But like he gets up and he's like, Oliver, and starts running, and then like trips and like falls face first, and then is just asleep again. Like
On the ground.
yeah, like with his butt in the air. Okay, yep, so all that stuff goes by. Guess everybody collects all their stuff and continues heading to
Hamlat.
Hamlet.
Hamlet. Hamilton.
That's right.
Okay, so
Almost Hamilton.
so the thickest part of the woods is over as we're traveling. We travel about 2 more hours, so it's still morning. It's it's probably about 8 or 9 a.m. and the woods is getting thinner as it gets closer to the village. We don't really notice anything. Like it doesn't seem to be getting worse. Like all the green and the smell and all that kind of stuff. And so eventually,
Transition. I hear music this time because my web browser was being done. Ooh.
We're back, bitches.
back. Hopefully everybody got auto zoomed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So we are back.
Yeah, so they're just like, well, it's good to be back. But is the like green poisony stuff still here?
So one thing that, like you are asking, everybody notices that green stuff is like all over the trees and stuff here. Like it's spread to all any of the trees or bush lines or anything that we see here. It's affected. Like
Great.
just as much as the woods. It's not like more, but
Yeah, still
Yeah.
here.
Yep. And remember, everything on this map is scale 20, I think.
Yeah, we're as big as the houses.
Let me see if I can find the scale.
Dust scale.
Zoldak runs 30 feet into that bush.
5, 10. I think something's wrong with the. Is that something wrong with
Yes,
that?
every square is 20 feet. I need to.
It also seems like diagonals. It's not a factoring diagonal.
Yeah. Yep. Euclidean
30 feet to go that way and 30 feet to go that way.
20 feet. Okay, it should work now.
It even auto updates while you're in the middle of holding the ruler down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was expecting it to like keep what it had.
We're a laser light show right now.
Like 2 hours later, we're like, all right, good session, guys.
Oh, no.
We measured so many things.
Determine what find angle C.
Where's X? It's right there. No, what is its value? I don't know, but it's right there.
20 feet. Yep, every space is 20 feet.
So Mace, it was like approaching, and he's like, "Oh, well, it's a little concerning that this green, whatever that is affecting here, but we can finally go see how Jero is doing." And
It's more than a little concerning. I hope everyone's okay.
Could you push my golem to the bottom again? Thanks.
Sure. Maybe.
I was just hoping it wouldn't.
Zoldak suddenly says, "My dogs! Oh no!" And then he starts to dash towards his house, which I believe was it 16?
It's 19 because you're right next to the.
Oh yes, up here.
16 is a small house with a nice sign of painted with a shield and cabinets. You know that this is kind of like a wood maker, cabinet maker guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 20's the church. 13's those idiots.
Yep.
Yeah, Zoldak goes up to his house and what does he see?
Yes, you go up to your house and you see that your front door is just wide open.
No.
Zoldak walks up to the front door and peers
Yeah, the
inside.
front door is on the side
On
actually.
the backside. Okay. It's
No,
been
on the
a
front
while.
side. Yeah, so you walk in and it looks like your house has been like completely torn apart.
Oh, this isn't good.
And also, on the
Punished.
floor are all 3 of your dogs.
Oh god.
Dead.
Dead, but they have the green stuff coming out of their.
Oh.
Oh no.
Everyone now realizes, assuming everybody is kind of like here with Zoldak as well.
Yeah.
Everyone else realizes that. I mean, you haven't really been anywhere, but even looking down the path and everything, you have not seen a single person. Like, there's no people working out in the fields. You don't hear anybody.
Here's what goes to the church.
The only sound that is kind of going on is the sound of over to the right, building 22 is a water mill. You just hear like the wood of that turning with, the creek, the river. Yeah, so you go into.
It's just like it was last time.
You're away and you come back.
Yeah. That all those memories are just flowing through Zoldak's mind, and he just like kind of stumbles over to like I don't know, like if there's probably no furniture that's like a chair that's still up, so we just kind of like leans up against a wall and then just
Yeah, like your bed's there and stuff.
okay.
It just looks like any of like your drawers or like had a chest or something it torn
Okay.
and stuff is kind of like thrown. May is rolling a medicine check on the dogs just to kind of see, and I mean he doesn't say anything. The evidence is clear, you know. Okay, so Gizmo, you go over to the stone building. That is the church. You know, it's the Church of Saint Cuthbert, and its doors are also wide open.
These ransackers need to close some doors.
Clearly, they were born in barns. They don't know how to.
Not very polite.
Gizmo goes in.
Okay.
Very reluctant, hoping that the holiness of the church saved them. But...
Okay, so you go in, and so immediately the first like wide part, because this is kind of like a sideways H kind of building. So your first part, there are pillars that go up to the ceiling, and there's the pews that laid there, and like that little passageway, the small part of the H. Above that, that's where there was that balcony that the guy would like give his, you know, his sermon or whatever, talk down to the people. There's nobody in here, and straight ahead there was a curtain that was there in the upper part of the H. There was like a green curtain there that you would know is kind of like, that's kind of like the secret place of the priest, like during a service or something, you know, like that kind of thing. That curtain is just torn down. Like you can see back there basically. And back in there you see a statue of Saint Cuthbert.
No bodies.
No, you do not see anybody in here.
Any green goo anywhere?
You do not.
Gizmo investigates that back room.
Okay. So you go up into basically the little the circly part. The curtain was arranged so that it filled in like the internal part of the circle. So you go in there, and so the curtain was like a deep green. Inside you see the statue of Saint Cuthbert. There are plants that are behind the statue, but you notice that they have the green look to them. And there's a window kind of behind, you know, the stereotypical like stained glass thing.
Yeah.
And that is partially broken, but not like crazy broken. There's also an altar carved from a single piece of bronze wood. And that's it. There is... yeah. Also there's writing on the wall that is just, you know, like a prayer of Saint Cuthbert.
Gizmo leaves the church.
Okay.
He goes to the shop to see if these idiots are alive or not.
So what would everybody else like to do? Culminating in the time that Gizmo was in the church.
Zoldak's still collecting himself.
Yeah,
I guess May would tell Zoldak, you know, take all the time that you need. The rest of us will go try to see if we can find someone else in this town.
No, I'm coming too. I need to see if Nira's okay. Besides my 3 dogs and you all, she's most important to me. Or in addition to. And then I'll be back to... I don't like the idea of burying them if that... whatever this toxic substance is I'm just gonna burn them.
Okay, so Gizmo heads to 13. Zoldak is heading to 15.
Yep.
I'm not really sure what May's doing yet, but Rain, what would you like to do?
Rain is gonna try. Rain's gonna fly up, maybe like 40 to 50 feet in the air, and just do a sweep of the town.
Okay. So as you go up, you see that now that everybody is coming over towards this way, the first thing that everybody sees now that we're kind of like getting closer to the bank of the creek, or like I guess like the river, that it is completely green. Like it is like a shocking green.
That was my first thought. Like when we got here was like, what color was the water? But now that explains.
Yeah, I mean, I could have changed the color of the water, but it would have been complicated. But just imagine that it is green. It is exactly the color of what's inside the trees, except the entire thing is that color. So it is like, you know, it's like, holy shit.
Huh.
Yeah, so May would, immediately come over, just like look at the water, but not get near it.
Yeah. Zoldak makes a note of it, but he's more concerned about Nira.
Yep. Okay, so you come up. There's a sign outside. It's a sturdy building. Usually there's a guard that's standing outside. The door is wide open, but normally Nira has her. Right. I mean, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Zoldak's preparing for the worst.
Yep. So you go in here, and in here there is her normal area, and then there's her counter where she would normally be behind, and to the right of the counter is her personal door, which I think you're the only one that's ever been back there, and that door is actually closed.
Yeah, Zoldak goes to that door, and I don't know if it's locked or if he knows like where she keeps a key or.
Yeah, so you go up to it, and it is indeed locked.
Okay.
Roll a history with advantage to see if you remember if there's any way to get in there.
Yep. 18.
Okay, 18. You knew that the only key that she had, she like kept on a necklace around herself. So you would either have to break down the door or find her.
Okay. Yeah, Zoldak's gonna call out Nira or anyone in there, and bang on the door.
Yeah, you bang, and I mean it's a very sturdy door. You do know that she stored like all of the coins and everything in her room. Like this was basically like the only other room in here. So it's like iron infused and hands.
Well, you said that this iron door, that's like where the money is stored. But what about her personal quarters?
Right. So this isn't like a full iron door. This is a wooden door, but it has like iron bars through it. Like that she reinforced it because she kept all of the money in her room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, keep her eye on it. Yeah, Zoldak's gonna try to break it down then.
Okay.
Strength?
Roll, I guess, like, athletics.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you like run against it and hit it with your shoulder, and, it shudders a little bit, but, I mean, it was a good hit, but it's not.
It's reinforced,
Yeah, I mean, you think that, I mean, you're high enough level and high enough capability, that you can break down this door. It's just going to take some time.
Yeah. Zoldak's gonna keep at it.
Okay. So I would say that it's probably going to take about, like, using like some tools and just some time and stuff. It's probably going to take about like 3 minutes to get into
Okay.
there.
What happened while I was gone?
Zoldak is trying to break into Nira's personal room.
Okay.
May is investigating the water. Okay, so now, oh, yeah, Brandon, are you there? Okay.
Myself.
Yeah. So, so whenever you went up, you saw that the river, was all green, and so I did that. So, also you notice that all the other trees in this entire area, you don't see a single person. All the other trees are affected, except near Jeru's grove. All of those trees are unaffected.
Okay. So yeah, upon noticing that, Rain would immediately tell May, swoop back down, and then just land beside him because that's about all she needs.
Okay. Yeah, May is going to nature. Yes. Okay. The only thing he identifies is that what's in the water is obviously like the same or very similar to everything else that's going on, and that the water is very poisonous. So like it would be best if you didn't like touch it or let it contact your skin or anything.
Right.
Okay, so now Gizmo, going into Building 13. This is the training post of Ranos and Grimag.
Yep.
So it has shuttered windows and everything, and the doors to this place are actually closed.
What? Gizmo opens.
Okay. Whenever you go to open it, you find that it's locked. But it doesn't look like it's a very strong door.
Gizmo wants to know if these assholes are alive or not, so Gizmo is going to strength.
Okay. Yeah, you
With my shield.
Yeah, so yeah, you just charge the door with your shield, bust through, and make a dexterity saving.
Oh, Jesus. Ooh!
Oh, okay.
Technically
So-
22 because of my cloak.
So you break into the door, but there's a couple plates that are just on the ground that have crumbs and stuff on it, and then you go and you start like slipping on the ceramic plates and everything, and you just slam into a table that has like a bunch of like bones and stuff on it, like chicken bones, like food refuse and everything. But
Great.
you don't fall. But it smells like kind of bad in here. Like garbage, like food.
Oh, so
garbage
like somebody
kind of
hasn't been
thing.
here a while, or like
No, like
somebody's
somebody, yeah, like a hoarder, kind of, that kind of whatever
great.
kind of thing.
Why'd you say like a hoarder?
Well, I don't know, just like where you like walk into the kitchen and there's just like
Yep,
cartons and
Gizmo-
containers.
Gizmo doesn't care. Actually, Gizmo. Gizmo find anything of value? Jesus Christ!
So-
Any sort of loose money or like something the party could use?
So searching through everything, it seems like everything that was here, because you had been here before, everything is packed up except for clothes and hides and just kind of like lower like common metals or like any heavier stuff. There's nothing really of value. Like all the holy water that was there is gone. Any food that probably at some point was edible is gone. And their they had a back room that was like their I mean, you don't really know what it was, but the back room is wide open as well.
Especially through all that, Gizmo doesn't find anything like of importance.
No, but
Okay.
you haven't technically gone into the back room yet.
What's in the back room?
In the back room,
21 should just teleport me there.
He just transcends and
Yeah,
investigates the whole village. Just
yeah. Oh. Okay. So did you? Okay, so back here, you see even more bones and stuff, and they're littered all around a body, a very large body.
Did they all hold up there and the fat one ate them all?
Gizmo goes and pushes him over.
Okay, so you push him over, and whenever you touch him, roll a Constitution saving.
God fucking damn it.
If it's poison-based, Gizmo has advantage, right?
Yeah, it is. So, yep, roll for advantage. Roll with
Roll for advantage.
20.
20.
+1 to my saves for my cloak.
I thought we added the 3.
Oh, yeah, we did. Never mind. Whatever.
So yeah, 19. So whenever you push him over, he actually, like, the corpse was face down, and as you push it over, the body rolls over, but it lets the weight, you know, like he was kind of laying down on his abdomen. His abdomen explodes, and all of this like poison gas goes into the air, and you're quick enough to. You were not breathing in at the moment. You were breathing out, and you just cover your mouth and back out of it. But you imagine that was Ranos, the fat one.
Gizmo
Like,
leaves.
that's what the corpse belonged to.
Gizmo leaves. He's really concerned on what the fuck's going on and wants to end this right now. Just starts yelling for Oliver as he goes towards the end.
Okay, so you cross over the river. Okay, roll
God damn it.
a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck. I knew my luck was gonna end this sooner or later.
Okay, so you make it like halfway through the river, and then part of these like green tendrils that look very similar to the things that were thrown outside of the trees go and wrap around you, and you take.
Fucking, I take damage for this bullshit?
Yep.
And if
So,
it's
but
Great.
don't you have resistance to poison damage?
Yes.
So you take 7.
What was it that hit him? It cut out when you said exactly what happened.
So whenever
Tendrils.
so whenever he's crossing over the river, some like green strands come out of the river and just grapple onto him, and they're holding him there. His speed is now 0 and he's grappled, and these things did damage to him,
Okay.
but they're still around him. And they're holding him like fixed to the water. So, since May, understanding that he's immune to poison and everything, he's going to come over and try to help you get out. So he's going to give you the help action. So roll either a strength or a dexterity saving throw to break out of the grapple, whichever you want, Tim, with advantage.
I'll take the 17. Or can I not take the 17?
Yeah, you would get a 17 and then a 7 with your second. So, yeah, you get the 17 and you break out.
Whee!
So, yeah, you're good now.
Since I'm assuming it's water, Gizmo proceeds to do this.
And what? Hit the water?
Yes.
Okay.
Destroy its face.
Okay, yeah, with like, thunder as it goes and hits, you some of the water turns into steam as you hit it. The lightning damage, and you kick some of it around with the thunder part of the damage. But aside from that, the river seems like
Okay
it's
then.
unaffected.
Gizmo proceeds to go to the inn.
Okay. So 3 minutes has gone by, and Zoldak finally, using leverage and breaking off some of, the iron bars and just going through it, you eventually break into the back.
And yeah, the whole time, Zoldak's calling out. When he finally breaks it down, he's like, "Nira, are you in here?"
So whenever you go back here, you notice that everything in here, seems safe. None of the stuff is ransacked like your house was. Everything in here is good, except you see that Nira is sitting down on the ground beside the chest.
What's the rest of that? It's cutting out. I heard nothing was ransacked.
So her room is not ransacked. It's perfectly fine. And, there's her bed that's in the corner, and next to her bed is a big chest that where she stores all of the money. And sitting on the ground next to the chest is Nira.
And alive or dead?
She seems motionless. Yeah, she seems motionless sitting down. And it's not exactly light in here, so you can't really tell until you'd get closer to her.
Yeah. Zoldak's just going to kind of quietly, say, "Nira, are you okay?"
Should poke her with your glaive.
Yeah, tap her with my glaive. No.
Okay.
No, not really. But yeah, I go to approach her.
No, okay, yeah. So as you approach her, and maybe you get down a little bit, you see that her eyes are actually open, and she's looking down, and very faintly she's breathing. She just kind of looks out of it, completely motionless, staring at the ground.
Yeah. So Zoldak kind of, very cautiously, braces himself just in case he doesn't want to startle her, or if she reacts, he's kind of bracing for that. And he just kind of taps her on the shoulder and says, "Nira, it's me, Zoldak."
Yeah, she, her body responds a little bit and, moves, but she's still just kind of breathing very slowly and staring down at the ground, almost like in a trance.
Yeah, Zoldak figures it's like an elven trance type thing, because, he, being a half-elf, he's kind of familiar with that.
Great.
In fact, roll history with advantage.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
You could probably just do, I'd take normal, but...
Okay. Roll a medicine check as well.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything you're trying to derail right now in this village is not happening, except the bridge.
So what you think happened is that because all the things that seem to be happening is poison, you think that somehow she was poisoned. You can tell that her skin is a little bit off. Normally it's has a slight yellowish tinge to it, kind of like a high elf kind of thing, but you think that she was poisoned, and she put herself into an elven trance to slow her metabolism down so that it would affect her slower. So you think that, she's basically pretty much out of it. You believe that she might actually be able to hear you, but she's not. You don't think she's going to break herself out of it.
Yeah. No,
she's
realizing
still
that,
dying?
Zoldak says, "Don't worry, Nira. I believe one of my friends, May, can help you. Just hold tight, and we'll do what we can to help you." And Zoldak's going to stand up, go over to the door. Hopefully he didn't break it off the hinges, but he's gonna at least close the door.
You did it pretty mechanically just to get it open. You didn't bust it.
Yeah, so he's going to do that and make sure it doesn't lock again behind him. If required, he'll prop it, put a wedge in there to do that. And then he's going to, come out and, start shouting, May, I need your help. It's Nira.
Yeah. May's drinking the water and he's like, man, this tastes shitty. He's like, what is it?
May, Nira, she's alive, but she's poisoned, I think. She's in some sort of trance to slow the effects of the poison. Is there anything you can do?
Why, yes. Show me.
Good berry. No.
Yeah.
Here. Come on,
You know
quick.
what you need.
All of the good berries.
Yeah, so he goes up to her and notices, yeah, he's like, yep, she's definitely poisoned, and puts his hand, he reaches into his pack and pulls out one of his acorns and sets it on top of her head, and and like says a few words in Sylvan to it, and it does the thing where the roots come out and like kind of grow over her a little bit, and then they light up and then phase into her, and
Now she's dead.
Yeah, right. It's like this. She
I
doesn't
fixed the
suffer
poison.
anymore. Yeah,
Oh.
she's not suffering anymore.
No.
Yeah. So the color kind of slowly returns to her skin, and she coughs and is like, and then just kind of falls over on her side.
Mhm.
And May is like, okay, well the poison is gone now, but now, basically she just needs to rest. And he also casts Cure Wounds on her.
Thank you, May. You don't know how much she means to me,
Oh my god.
friend.
Okay, yeah, so he heals her as well, and she, actually, as he heals her, she coughs one more time and then just seems asleep. Like she's just like so tired, and now she has energy to finally,
Yeah.
she's safe now, so she's like,
And then.
Yep.
Pass out.
yeah, so May's like, well, you're gonna have to like carry her, stay
Yes.
here with her.
I'll stay here and keep watch. Zolak then, sets her on her bed, and again, he's concerned about the poison creeping in through the doorway. Not that he knows how fast it's growing, considering this seems to be kind of a safe room.
Right.
He.
Well, Kenny, May is completely immune to poison. I'm a dwarf, so I'm resistant to poison, and the other two really don't care, so that's why nobody's running around with antitoxin on them. That's a good point, though. Why don't we have? I don't think we've run across anybody who sells it.
Actually, let me check if poison has poison May.
If poison has poison. Oh, okay.
I mean, no, all he has is a potion of healing on him.
Zolak.
I thought I got somebody that had. Oh, that was Furnock.
Oh God. May he rest
I
in peace.
think. Let me check his corpse.
You were in a town where the town's been poisoned, and there's just no basic item anymore.
Maybe he didn't have it.
The ex-shop owner of this town bursted into poison.
I don't know who I would have bought anti in a game. Maybe it was Neverwinter Nights or something. I don't know. I'm like, there's a D&D game that I was playing.
Clearly wasn't this one.
Okay, so Gizmo is heading to the tavern. Rain, what would you like to do while like May and Zoldak are doing this?
I guess seeing Gizmo kind of like fight over like this thing here. The Shield Guardian's gonna walk through it,
Okay.
and Rain's gonna fly over it at about 40 feet again.
Okay.
So
Nothing stops the Guardian. I mean, maybe you see some like tendrils like slap up a little bit, but he just,
Right.
just walks through it.
Okay. And assuming Rain doesn't get hit, she'll follow down to the inn as well.
So Kenny's response is the poison. It's highly poisonous, not to be confused with the far less, more tasty poison concoction.
Nutmeg. Okay. So
This
Gizmo and
poison
Rain.
is the best poison out of all the poison.
Ew, more poison!
This is very tasty.
What
Hints of
shape is the inn
chocolate.
in?
Chocolate poison.
So at the inn, there are no horses in the stable that's off to the left.
Are they dead? Look, the cart!
Yep, the card's still there.
Is Horse still here?
Nope.
Damn it.
So the front door of the inn is wide open, and yeah, the stable to the left. There's no in there.
Gizmo goes into the inn.
Okay.
Ready for a fight.
So you go into the inn, and I don't even need to switch over to it because there's just nobody in here.
Gizmo checks the back, the kitchen area.
Yeah, so you go behind the counter, which you haven't been back there yet, and you see. Let me switch over to this. Okay.
Fucking Kenny.
So back here is.
I have a hankering, Romeo said. Only poison will cure it. We're all 10 so far.
Okay, so back here is the kitchen. There's a huge fireplace that has pots and kettles going. If there was a fire here, it's been out for many days. Like it's just cold, black. There's just nothing.
Does it look like everybody just got up and left?
Yeah, basically. There are tables that are turned over. And just, plates, and there's still some like tankards and stuff that are spilled over on the counter, but of course, everything is dried up.
No, Gizmo finds any kegs that still have ale or beer and gulps them down.
So there are two giant, wooden kegs that are next to the counter. If you'd like to risk it.
Gizmo's uninterested and just wondering what the hell happened.
I'm resistant to poison. It's okay.
Yeah.
Gizmo doesn't need a keg. He's got his keg from Zeus. Which
Well,
is
it has
never
a
ending.
tap on it if you want to try some. Come on, Tim, you want to try it.
Do you want me to shatter the end to pieces? Because I can do that, so you have to erase it.
If you want to. I do not control your characters.
Kenny, nobody asked you.
What do you say?
It's like, I played video games before I knew I know what to do with kegs. Smash it open. No!
Who has that purify food and drink spell? Do you, Jordan? Or was that only 3rd edition?
No, that's in here.
It's in here.
Yeah.
I don't think I have it.
Yes, I don't think any of the spellcasters have it, because I could get
I
it
have
too.
create or destroy water, but I don't have it memorized. That's it.
I have control water. Oh god, see, I should have controlled water to make us a pathway across the damn bullshit.
Okay,
Or you
so
can
Rain,
walk
whenever
around it.
you go to the inn, do you go inside with Gizmo, or are you there as well?
I think that Rain is just gonna kind of like maybe explore a bit more toward down like Jeru's area.
Okay.
Just kind of like wander down this way, about here by now.
Yep. So everything over here, it's basically the same story. All of these houses that you see, the front doors are open, and you just don't see anybody. You're definitely getting the sense, like Gizmo said, that it seems like everybody just packed up and left, or something.
Wait, so you add? Oh no, you went by Jeru. Gizmo wants to see what happened to Jeru, or why Jeru is the only unaffected area. And yells to, Gizmo backtracks a certain degree and says that he wants to go see Jeru and see if May is like interested.
Okay. What is Zoldak doing?
Zoldak is still gonna keep watch, but he the effect of, I don't know if you're Lathander like Gizmo suggested or who you are, but you helped us through Barovia and seeing my friends alive, and thank you that Mira is okay. And he's contemplating that he's I'm sad over the loss of my dogs, but at least it's not all bad. But you saw us through that, and I'll serve you, and please see us through this.
Right.
But yeah, Zoldak's just basically consulting the Morning Lord. He's not, like I said, he's he was impressed at how the Morning Lord specifically had gave him the ribbon of the elves and had helped them with that blessing.
Mhm.
So he's maybe not necessarily taking on levels of cleric or paladin, but kind of more becoming that.
Yeah, I mean, he's just offering a prayer, basically, or like yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, May tells Zoldak, like he's gonna close this door, but he's gonna go down because Gizmo said he's going to visit Jeru.
Okay. Zoldak just says if you need anything, contact me or call me or
Yeah.
come
Call.
back. But if I don't hear anything after some time, I'll come and see.
I'll send you a text. It's fine.
Send him a carrier pigeon.
Yeah. Message me with whatever magic you use.
Send a carrier pigeon 20 feet to waste it.
That's not 20 feet. That's
400
well,
some.
that's 400. Yeah.
All right. Are we going? Well, okay. We approach Jeru's. Is it protected? Like, can we sense if it's protected by a magical field or something? It's the only unaffected area.
So it is strange that all here protected, as well as some of these other trees, they seem like a little bit better, but it's just especially the ones that seem part of like his grove are unaffected completely.
Well, Gizmo goes in.
Yep. So as we approach, there's the pathway that goes up that has like little stones that line, and Jeru's tent is there, like his little his little hut.
Is it in tatters?
No, it's fine.
Gizmo approaches slowly. Calls out to Jeru.
Okay, yeah, you call out to him, and coming through the flaps is
Not Jeru?
Oliver.
Strahd? Oliver? Oliver as Jeru?
All of the above.
A giant bear. Oh, it's the goddamn bear. You better not eat Gizmo or I'm gonna be really pissed.
What bear?
so
It's
a
companion
giant
or whatever.
bear comes out. What?
So it's Jeru's giant bear companion.
Oh.
Yeah, so the giant bear comes out, and I guess Gizmo recognizes this is his companion, and May says it as well, and May's looking at the bear, and he says, Gizmo, step back. We both notice that like the bear's kind of like wallowing out a little bit and seems pretty slow. And whenever it looks up, its eyes are completely green.
Oh, God.
And it's looking up, and it seems to just kind of be like focused on like just staring down at the ground, and it seems to be like choking or coughing on something.
Is it gonna cough up Jeru? Because that'd be really sad.
So it just still seems to be kind of fighting this. And May is looking at it, and yeah, he basically says that as well, is that he's his it seems to be choking on something.
Gizmo cautiously approaches the bear and gives it a smack. Like, see if he can help unlodge it.
Okay. It
Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah, so you hit it a little bit, and it does actually have like a little bit healthier of a cough. Like whatever bear pukey noises would be.
Just imagine a cat, but
Yep.
times 100.
Yep. It just looks for your shoes and just unleashes.
Kenny. Bear, have you come to my homestead to barter? I have messy treasures. Stands aside from entrance. His hand lazily sweeps across the inside of his den, where numerous items lay in a pile. This bear is a pack rat.
It would be better if there was just a bunch of dead bodies.
No, it would not.
Look at all these people I've killed.
Got plenty of wares.
Yeah.
It's like a Khajiit, but
So once he clears his throat, does his eyes change or?
You think that you could hit him again, and it might
Watch
actually
this
help.
be a crit and it kills him. Nope. Oh,
Yeah, so you hit him.
That's a saving throw. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Okay. So you hit. So you hit him one more time, and yeah, like you time it, and May kind of works with him as well. He's like 1, 2, 3, and you hit his back, and yeah, then he just vomits up like kind of like this pile of green stuff, and within it there seems to be kind of like this blue glowing thing that's like real tiny. So May, yeah, I mean we can go up to it. I mean you can just grab it if you
Okay.
want. And as you grab it and kind of just like use your glove and wipe some of the stuff off, it seems to be like a little acorn that's glowing blue. And now that you pull it up and some of the sunlight has hit it, it suddenly expands and it turns into Jeru.
What?
So he's like, oh, wait. And he looks up and sees both of us. And he's kind of just like coughing, like he's still, he's like a little dazed coming out of that spell. And May is just like, Jeru, how did you do that? I've never even heard of that type of magic. And he kind of coughingly says something, and Gizmo, roll a perception, I guess. I mean, I guess actually May would hear it regardless, but okay. Well, yeah, you hear it too, but
insane rolls Gizmo.
yeah.
Gizmo has crit everything today.
So you hear that Jeru says, like really low under his breath, he just says run.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
So he's like, run.
And as a side note, Kenny says, no, the bear, he is a civilized being. He would never shit where he sleeps or pile of dead corpses willy-nilly like lesser, more savage beings like badgers or gophers.
Who said that this was a respectable or noble bear?
Who says that gophers kill people?
This is the Charmin bear.
This is the Charmin bear. We're just toilet paper.
Oh, you're about to see it, baby.
He's about to toilet paper up his vomit.
Okay, so suddenly, as we're just kind of like, run, Jeru. Why should we run? I mean, we know that everything's going on. Suddenly, we notice that the bear has streaks of green running through it, and it just swipes through the center of Jeru and blasts him like in half.
No.
Shit just got real.
And
You
roll
lost.
for initiative. Except, wait for me to go over to a different map.
Yeah, the scale's a little.
See, I was hoping we could talk to Jeru and then we could hit up the tower and the mayor's house, 27, before a fight, but I guess not.
Okay, so I am going to...
You know, this isn't going to end well for the bear. You do realize that.
Who said it needed to?
Because Gizmo kind of feels attached to Jeru, because Jeru is the only person that kind of like understands what's going on. And the bear just murdered Jeru.
Okay, so I am going to reuse the last that we used.
Works for me. Just move to a different area.
Yeah, I'm gonna reuse the path that we were just on. Except obviously, Souldeck's not gonna be there. And also I have to...
Town's name is Hamlet. right, Kenny. Jeez. Actually, yeah, I guess this would be the first time you've seen Hamlet, because you pretty much came in the last sessions. He says this bear has many hobbies and has worn many hats in his time, has grown both as an individual and a member of his blooming society, as we know as whatever this town name is. Oh yay, the bear is green. The battle music. So is Jeru
Okay,
dead,
so
or is Jeru gonna help kick this bear's ass?
Jeru is in 2 pieces on the ground to the left of the.
So bleeding out.
That's okay. You have your gem thing that can revive. You have one of the diamonds or whatever that you can cast. Unless you don't have it prepared, then unless you can cast it as a ritual.
I think Revivify takes a while.
We might be able to make use of that here.
Oh no, it doesn't. It takes 1 cast action.
Although I don't know if it can heal someone being ripped in half. If it can, though, we
Once
might
a creature
be able
that's
to
died
save
within the last minute, the creature returns to life with 1 hit point, so I don't think it matters. Cannot be returned from dying of old age, nor can it restore any missing body parts.
That's probably the the lower half of the person.
Jeru has no legs
Yeah.
or organs.
So unfortunately,
Woo! 14, I'll take it. Oh, bear god. 18. God damn it. You
man, if
two
only
gonna-
he hadn't been ripped in half.
Hey DM, we're missing a character.
Yeah, sorry, I'm figuring something out right now.
Or is he not involved because he's too far away?
No, he's at the end of the pathway.
Zoldak? No, I think Zoldak.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Zoldak.
Rains.
No, I'm talking about Zoldak.
Yeah, Zoldak is back at the house.
No, okay.
Yeah. So
Well,
I'm
this
not-
fight's
I'm not-
about to get real interesting without Zoldak.
Yeah.
Now there's 2 Rains.
Oh. 2 Rains.
And 2 golems.
Fuck. Okay.
It's all planned.
Damn it. This one.
Well,
Yeah.
at
Is
least
it-
you have the iron, or the
one.
not the iron golem, the shield guardian.
Kenny says don't be tricked into hugging it.
It is kind Russian bear.
Oh, that was the man. If Zoldak was there, that's exactly what I would do.
Also, don't stare at its chest, it might blast you with belly magic. Or it's where the belly's where all bears gain their magic powers from, as seen on TV.
It's like the Care Bears, though. It's gonna hit you with a Care Bear stare.
I like how you put as seen on TV at the end. That's horrible.
Okay, so the first thing is the bear is going to approach, and it's going to attack Gizmo once and May once.
This thing do way
So
too
this
much
will
damage.
be Gizmo.
It misses.
May.
Ooh,
So
May.
it's
May's
May.
body. May's face. May, no! Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh. Ouch.
May's dead.
He's close.
Ow.
It's a danger zone.
That's all of, like, Gizmo's health if I get hit with that.
So that is slashing damage. So he just swipes once to the right toward Gizmo and swipes one. And that is its turn.
So we shouldn't have come to Hamlet. That's what I'm gathering from this right now.
Mhm.
Whee!
Well, at least we got Nira. Or yeah.
Yeah, like at least we rescued her, guys.
Yeah, except we die and
And sorry
Zoldak's
for
the
the
only one
loss of
alive. It is Zoldak adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we all get together on Tuesdays and
Watch Zoldak.
CJ play.
Just kind of give him insight on what to do.
Whoa.
Alright, I guess Rain's gonna just start off with a synaptic static.
Okay. It has to make an intelligence throw.
Yes.
That's actually really good here because any penalty you can give it to not hit will block
Okay,
67.
intelligence save.
Kenny. Yeah, Hamlet's too dangerous, filled with the brim with poisoned women and rad bears.
Poisoned women are my
Hey,
favorite.
it failed.
It wasn't this way when we left.
So regardless, it takes 31 psychic damage at least. Is now barely injured. And has
Uses 1d6 to attack rolls and ability
Okay.
checks and con saves to concentrate.
cool. Okay, so that is your action. Bonus and a move.
Rain's gonna fly 30 feet up into the air,
Okay.
and that's it.
Gizmo. Miss.
I do like seeing that spiritual weapon.
19.
19 hits. It is still barely injured.
Really injured.
Do you want to move at all? Although you would take a
Yeah, I'm not chancing that. Not at all. I have 60
67
health, and you
damage.
took 67 damage, so if I get smacked, that's just gonna murder Gizmo, and I can't afford that right now. Shield Guardian, how about you come eat the damage for us like you're supposed to?
That's gonna be what it wants to do.
Like a good meat shield.
Can it move here? Because
Yes,
it's gonna take up this
and
hole.
it can attack from there.
Okay. So it's yeah.
It's a large creature, so it would take up that entire space anyway. So.
Yeah, so it's gonna run up, and it's just gonna fucking punch it right in its stupid fucking bear mouth.
Oh!
Miss and crit.
God damn.
So it goes and tries to punch it to the left, and the bear tries to like block it, but then it's like uppercut. So
Slammed.
Now it's
Or-
probably pissed at Shield
19,
Guardian.
23 damage. Okay.
Welcome to the slam.
It is on its way to injured.
Near death. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Now see, I have a question. Like the scenario I see with the Shield Guard, like the Shield Guardian gets like right up in the bear's face. The bear's like standing at this point. It just punches it really, really hard.
This is gonna turn
The
into
bear's
Mike
just
Tyson's
like
punch out between the two of us.
The bear's like confused. Like what just hit me?
Okay, May?
I'd say
Man
want to
Gizmo.
retreat, but May might want to heal himself.
May and Gizmo slowly back up and just allow the 1v1 between the bear and the Shield Guardian to happen as they punch each other to death.
I have a feeling unless we end up against like a dragon, I don't think the Shield Guardian's gonna die anytime soon.
Don't forget the spiritual weapon. Shield Guardian, bear. Spiritual weapon just on the side.
The weapon he can't kill.
Yeah, hey,
Just
DM,
outrun him and smack him with the hammer.
Do you have both sounds playing?
Yes.
I don't hear anything. I heard the background.
Do you still have the town playing?
Yeah.
Okay, it's because all I heard was random hammering. I'm like, what?
Yeah, yeah. The tinkering. Yeah, I can turn off.
Like, what? Hammer sounds.
Yeah, it was like tink, tink.
Actually, it says the battle music's playing. Is there a way to change the in-game sound?
Yeah, if you go to the gear on the top right, there's master music volume level.
Mine's actually up all the way.
Yeah, mine's up all the way. Oh well.
Yeah, so alternatively, I could turn the battle music up the entire way, and Tim and I love music volume levels.
Yeah.
Because I think, Brandon, you were saying that you didn't hear it.
I can barely see it or barely hear it right now, but I can hear it.
Okay, Tim, set it to halfway.
Set to halfway.
I think because my regular volume on my computer's.
Can you hear
there
it
we go.
now?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Or might just a tad more.
It's actually a tad loud,
There we go.
just a little.
Okay.
God damn it, George.
That.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's definitely some eerie,
Alright, there we go.
ominous music.
Hey, what are you doing?
Thanks.
I don't know.
Full round disengage.
Or serious,
Yeah, that's
serious,
true.
some serious higher level like cure wounds on yourself.
I could.
Polymorph.
It's guaranteed the first thing it's gonna try and go at now is Shield Guardian because it made like its first like major damage to it. It'll be like,
It's also-
"Argh."
I don't know how enraged you are after seeing Jeru die.
Oh yeah, Thrasher
Hmm.
or Savager.
Is it Savager levels?
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah, but that was a dark time in May's life.
Yeah, I was saying that. Why didn't you turn into that when we had the fire still? The last fight.
Welcome
What do you
back.
mean?
There was a fire. That fire upset May.
Well, yeah, you tried to stay away from it.
And I used Flame Strike. Twice.
You know, you're gonna make me want to be on this bear side, Tim. Okay, he is going until... He's gonna cast Animal Friendship.
Bear.
Bear, don't you remember me? Bro, it's not working.
Oh, friendship does.
Animal friendship. Take these berries. You'll be full forever.
Yeah, he's going to...
Eat a fistful of good berries.
No, he's going to disengage and back up and cast Magic Stone.
Next to the poison tree.
Yeah, I'm just using this map. All
Yeah,
the
I know.
trees here are good. That is May's turn. Okay, so now Bear focus its attention on the two people that have...
Yeah, I guess don't cast are kind of screwed. Please don't
So-
roll high. Please don't roll high.
The first one is going to be towards the Shield Guardian. The second will be Gizmo.
Don't forget it loses
Minus
1d6.
1d6 on both.
Oh, true. Okay, so this is... Just roll this. So this is for Shield Guardian, so
Aw,
18,
Yeah, that
and
hits.
Gizmo's a 14.
14 misses.
Ugh.
Good.
Does the Shield Guardian get hit?
Yes, it does.
If the Shield Guardian will be like, I just heal 10 health back, so screw you, Bear.
So this much slashing.
Oh my god, thank god. Because that would have killed me. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a chunk, just like
How much health does the Shield Guardian have? Can I ask
140.
that?
145.
Jesus bum.
So, 2 more of those, and it's 2 more hits, and it's, you know.
It's gone.
So
Okay,
we gotta
great.
drop this thing fast.
Alright, what spell you guys want me to blow on this motherfucker?
I don't know, because whatever you do AoE
Oh wait,
wise,
actually
I am
it gets
in
an
the way.
intelligence save. Hold on.
Alright.
Please have bad intelligence. 2. Please roll a 2. God.
Not
Fail.
enough.
Oh yeah, it needs to beat 17.
Alright, so I could do some guaranteed damage and slam him with a synaptic, or I could do something like throw down like a hunger on his head or something, like Dissonant Whispers him.
Dissonant Whispers would give opportunity attacks.
Yeah, and get it away from everybody.
If you can restrain it so it has to spend its turn... If you can make it have disadvantage on attack because it's restrained... I mean, but then again, if it passes on a save, it doesn't get restrained, and then it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
One thing that you know is that this thing obviously looks fucking strong. So
Yeah.
you don't know if restraining it is a good.
You missed a part of your bear's turn there.
What do you
You
mean?
have to make Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration too.
Concentration against what?
I think just it says to maintain constant. I don't know, just to maintain concentration.
Oh yeah, it hasn't cast any spells that it's
Oh,
concentrating on.
okay. Well, I didn't know if it like went to like normal attacks.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say do something that's something that's more likely to work than restraining, because that's not going to happen.
How about you just knock it backwards so Gizmo doesn't try to get smacked again?
Are we gonna?
Yeah, it doesn't take opportunity attacks because it's out of reach.
Well, if I knock it back, do I have to hit it with both, or would that be not enough then? Like, if I hit it with one, 10 foot would probably be fine.
I mean, you think that it could close that gap and attack?
But just so that it's not engaged with Gizmo, so you can back.
So
up
you can fall
without
back.
an opportunity.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. Would you guys rather that or Dissonant Whispers to try to like knock it away from us?
What's dissonant? Well, dissonant whispers would give opportunity attacks.
Dissonant is what he did against the spider
Yeah.
way back.
What is it? That like a wisdom save?
Wisdom save, yeah.
So I guess the question is, do you think it can pass on a wisdom save, or
DC 17,
It has to be. It
76
has to be the
psychic damage.
17.
17's high.
yeah?
Which is funny because doesn't May have 17 too? It's like we all
Yeah, I
have
think
17.
we all do.
Let's say we all
Yeah,
have
'cause we have
17,
+5.
so we're just like wee.
Well, I'm gonna go with Dissonant Whispers.
Yep.
Yeah. It'll be more fun too with opportunity attacks.
Damn.
Oh, the damage sucked there.
Okay.
Yeah, that was below average.
Oh,
Shit.
Well,
well,
this is unfortunate. Leave the Shield Guardian to die and we leave.
okay, but it still takes 20 damage.
Rain is going to...
It is now bloodied.
I think you can take it down if you just keep focusing it.
Rain...
Because
Rain-
Gizmo, the Shield Guardian, and May go before the bear does.
So Rain is 30 feet up, but she's gonna come over here. And just kind of fly right here above them, behind them. And that'll be
Okay.
her turn.
Yeah, you're 40 feet up in the air, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'd
It's still,
like to
it's still
be
your
30.
turn.
I'd like to be 30.
Okay.
If I could kind of maneuver to that.
No, that just rolled it. I didn't want to just roll it. I wanted to increase
You wanted
it.
to... Well, just what level do you want to do it at?
5th.
Okay, so I think you roll an additional d8, unless you want to do your cleric thing. Maximize the damage.
I roll a d8 anyway, don't I?
Yeah, but if you maximize the damage, it just does 8.
No. Sure.
Yeah, like if you do your
Plus the other die would be it'd do 24
Okay, so let me. Thunder Wave's a level 1 spell.
The level, yeah. Going to level
Let me
5.
just make sure that. Okay, 1d8 for every spell. Okay.
Well, Thunderwave, I thought asked what level I wanted to do it to, but it didn't. It just did it.
16. Oh, that's 48 damage. Okay.
Ooh, that's pretty good considering how much damage we've done to it already.
It is badly injured on its way to. Oh wait, actually, it has to roll. It has to roll a save first.
Oh yeah. And it's. Oh, there's no push.
Okay, so 48.
Oh yeah, it pushed back 10 feet then too.
Then
Okay.
Gizmo could back up.
Yep.
Good move, Gizmo.
Gizmo's gonna move over here.
Okay.
It's my turn.
From the Shield Guardian.
Don't forget to restore 10 health if you. have
Oh
it.
yeah. Yeah, I did forget that. Thank you. Oh, what the fuck am I
Yeah,
doing?
I'll remind you for the Shield
I was
Guardian.
like, what
you
are those little
remind
things?
me for whatever I keep
Crits.
forgetting with result.
Yeah.
Oh, the extra
Excellent.
die.
Yeah. Alright. So,
Get the guardian right in his face so we can stop taking damage.
should Should I punch him or should I'm thinking about using a spell.
You only have one spell in him,
I do only have one spell in him. It's gonna be basically the only spell I keep in him.
which is. I think you're better off just punching him, but okay.
Yeah, probably.
I
Too
think,
late.
I think I'm still in range.
Ever's black tentacles. Okay, when a
Yeah, I'm in
creature
range.
enters for the first time on a turn. Creature must succeed on a dex saving throw. So it's now going to make a dex saving throw.
Is that how large the area is? I thought of our.
Yeah, I thought we had to rearrange that, didn't we?
Actually, we did shrink it. It must not have saved across maps or something.
Oh, yes, it doesn't because I didn't reset that as the token.
It's 20 feet by 20 or whatever.
10.
10, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's whatever. That's the radius now.
Yeah, just like.
Let me.
It's a lot
reset
smaller and it's a
that.
lot
That's
easier to
Evard,
do.
right?
Yes.
What? Yeah.
Wait.
For sure. What? Yeah.
Wait, is
What?
it 20 by 20?
No, it is
Wait.
It's a 20. It's a 20 by 20 cube, but it's 10 by 10.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Okay. Okay, so wherever it is right now, that's what it is.
I thought that's what we established it had to be.
Actually, I think I know how to do this.
It's technically an
Just make
extra
it
block.
bigger,
Yeah,
like that.
it's one of
Yeah.
those things where the center can't be.
Yeah.
Like it has. Yeah, the centering is weird.
Why'd you make the little creature bigger?
Because it's Evard.
Because
You lost your saying though.
welcome
Never
to
mind,
the
it's
slam. And
You know what? Let's make it the actual size of the thing, and set the aura to 0.
that works for me. Shield Guardian is gonna move here and position himself between May and.
Alright, let me set that to Evard.
How about we make that smaller? It's very distracting on the screen.
Very distracting.
I feel like our characters got smaller.
Everything is bigger at higher levels. Okay, anyway. Dex saving throw. 8, fail.
Yes, get grappled.
Or take 3d6 bludgeoning damage. Okay, so it takes 6 bludgeoning damage. And be restrained. Okay. Okay. So that was the Shield Guardian's turn?
Yes.
Okay. So now it is May's turn. He is going to... run over here and throw magic stone there.
Damn.
20 hits, 9 bludgeoning. The bear is near death. And now it is the bear's turn. So I think it retakes damage, right?
Instantly, yes. Let me re-roll this. Slightly better.
Okay. It is extremely, extremely near death.
Oh god.
Rain's turn.
It is now going to attempt to break out.
Yes.
Fail.
We could all just sit there and watch it get crushed to death by these tentacles.
Rain, it is your turn.
Where the fuck? Oh, okay. Rain is much like the last fight. She's gonna hold her action to make sure that nothing else comes, and anything else that might appear, she's going to attempt to like blast it with an Eldritch Blast, and she'll let the tentacles do their job.
Okay. Gizmo? Swing and a kill.
An ass destroyer. Boom.
Jerry's bear finally falls to the ground. It is dead.
A hollow victory.
Debating whether I want Gizmo to take Bear for future use, but like poisoned and
Yeah, like the poison seems to be like seeping, out of its mouth and out of any of the gashes or holes or anything put into its hide. Its blood is green. It's just sickened look.
we gotta
May is
switch
going
maps.
to eat a shit berries.
Can I have one of those or two of those?
How many do you want?
I have 60 health, and I'm supposed to have 67.
I will give you 3.
Like at 4. That's nice.
The
Range?
shield guardian over time,
Yeah.
As long as like a minute goes by, it's gonna be back up.
Rain is leaving up Evard's for now to make sure that it doesn't, like, the spare doesn't get up. And
Gizmo brings up to May and Rain about what caused this, why is it here, and what does the moat house look like.
Alright, just for simplicity's sake, Zoldak is
Yeah.
variant, but
Yeah, I assume by now enough time went by. He's probably like, I didn't say anything or come back.
I said like if like half an hour or so went by and I didn't hear anything, I'd come back. But
Is that for us now?
everybody gets 1,250 experience.
Jesus Christ, for one bear.
I mean, you see how much damage it did.
Who's deadly?
But I
6,
figure
9,
with like
7,
some of
4.
the commotion and like, you know,
Jiro screams of pain.
yeah, and like a bear growling and some spells going
Ooh,
off.
We're getting to the next level, kind of.
Wait a minute, that's what we're at? I can't do math.
Why would you have?
61,750.
Someone's missing a 0.
Yeah. It was more like my whatever thousands place went down instead of up.
Yeah.
Rain approaches May and gently reminds him that if he would want it, she kind of like pulls a scroll from her bag and kind of like offers it to him.
That's true. That's like true resurrection.
That is just resurrect.
I have Revivified does the same thing, but
It doesn't.
Revivify is
though.
much more limited.
Resurrect is just like if we could do it and he would regrow one like the lower half of his body and everything.
Yeah, so looking at the scroll, May says that he doesn't understand like the way that the spell is written, and he doesn't think that he could cast it.
I guess that she would ask if he like would he want to use this on Jeru? Like,
To bring him back.
yes.
Well, so like one thing is that May can't cast Resurrect, so he can't use unless I forget how did CJ? I guess of course.
We got the scroll from what's his face?
Yeah.
Rudolph.
Rudolph. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would leave that to CJ. Is Is it a spell scroll of resurrect? Because like I forget if casters can use spell scrolls for spells that aren't like within their domain.
Yeah, I know how it worked in third
Actually,
edition,
Well,
but I think it was much more loose in fifth. Like
in
I think
fifth.
it was as long as you had the ability to cast spells. Period.
Yeah, I
you
think that's
could-
actually right.
Let me see if I can find
Yeah.
the rule quick.
See if I can find the rules.
Check the index. Spell scroll isn't.
Yeah, I gotta find. Do I have the other? I know somebody made another index because
Oh, you know what? It might actually be in the in the Dungeon Master's Guide because I think spell scroll is like considered
a
like
magic
treasure.
item.
Yeah, like a magic item.
That would be.
Oh. Let me see. Scroll. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, it says if the spell is on your class's spell list, you can use an action to read the scroll. So is it regular resurrection?
yes,
Yeah.
it was just a scroll of
Seventh
resurrection.
level resurrection.
Yeah, let me see. Because I think druids get whatever that one is instead. But they do eventually get true resurrection. I mean, regardless, Gizmo could cast it. Like, I know that he
Yeah.
could. So. So yeah, anyway, Rain is offering that she has the spell scroll of resurrection on Jeru, and
Yeah, this isn't Rain's call to make. Like,
If the
first,
spell is on your class's spell list but of a higher level, you have to make an ability check to
Druids
determine whether you can
and
cast it.
clerics could both do true resurrection, 9th level.
right,
well, this is resurrection at 7,
yeah.
but yeah, Rain.
Ooh,
This
that's
isn't Rain's call. So.
There's regenerate at 7th. Resurrection, clerics can only do.
May's like, Jeru died the way he wanted to. Yeah, he's going to cast divination and just do that again, and he'll spend the 25 gold because it's basically like, he's like, I'm not sure. He died, I mean, he died like by nature and all that kind of stuff, but maybe I should consult Alona. So he casts divination and asks her, right, if we should revive Jeru. And he's, he looks down, and then about 6 seconds later, he looks up and he's, no, Jeru's with with Alona now, and we shouldn't bring him back. Him and the bear are both now, together. Like, at least they weren't separated or anything, and there's much more perverse ways that he could have died, and this is within the realm of, we should just bury him. Although I would have liked to learn how turned into a seed.
Rain
Goddamn
tucks
spell that was-
Rain tucks the spell scroll back into her bag.
Yeah, so I guess
Looting for magic items. Oh.
yeah, right. Well, that is true.
Maybe he had a note on him or something that explains what was going on. Probably not. But... Or maybe you should check out his hut. He might have something in there.
Yeah, so actually I guess I could send us back to
At least Jeru and his bear are happy. Despite...
in hell.
That wasn't a loader.
Yeah. Oh, Nona. Okay, so yeah, okay. So May, says like part of as long as there's nothing super personal on him, we should keep all of that on him, but yeah, I mean, May looks at it as his items are best in our hands. Like we can keep them as like memories of him. It's the way that when one thing dies, it gives life to new other things. So we can certainly use anything that he's acquired over the years. And May rubs his hands together.
If only they had
Actually,
those
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, so you guys can decide what you want to do. Like if you want to search his house or search body, anything like that. I'll be back.
Yeah, I don't know if Zoldak would have. Well, we'll see. I think I'll make a perception roll to see if he heard the commotion and would have been on his way. But I'll do that when Jordan gets back. Hmm. So what are you both thinking after we find whatever Jeru had?
Gizmo's really concerned about the moat house. What would be there?
Hmm. Yeah, I think. I mean, not that you would know this, because Zoldak's still where he is, but Zoldak probably once you tell him what you found, like his concern is going to be, let's see if there are any other survivors, and then get out of here, get to a safe place.
We need to figure out why these trees are unaffected, but Jeru and his bear still were.
Oh yeah, good point.
Because they were magic.
Magic trees. Yeah, that's definitely a question that needs answered.
Okay, I'm back. Is everybody there?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, so what do people want to do?
Oh, I wanted to roll a perception to see if Zoldak heard any of the commotion and would have, came over. I mean, he wouldn't have made it there in time for the fight. I just want to see if he. Okay. No, so that's. I mean, it's not like it would have. Like he was like 500, over
Yeah,
500 feet
see.
away. I don't expect with a perception of 8 for him to hear.
No, he did not. Whenever Gizmo did his Thunder Wave, that was like the chance, but you're not with 300. I think that kind of stuff works off of like 300 feet.
Yeah. So maybe if I rolled a crit or something, but.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Yeah.
But whatever. So like I said, I just wanted to see if that was a possibility. So
Yeah.
I'll leave it to Rain and Gizmo.
Yep. Yeah, May, I guess is just kind of like he's just saying like some words over Jerry.
Oh,
I
he
guess
wants to
tries
investigate his hut, but that didn't
tries
work.
to put them together. Yeah, I mean you can go inside and stopping you.
Any fun magical stuff?
So whenever you go in there,
There's a poison monster.
what you can see loosely is that he has one part that has like a bunch of herbs and stuff. Like, he has kind of like a table there that he was working on stuff. And one thing you find is a square bottle that is pretty tall. It looks like 1 to 2 liters, and it's filled with like a clear liquid that's stoppered. And you think that either this is like a very large like potion or some type of like alcohol or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, you see any herbs and like any clothes that he had. He also has some like a few like books or journals that he has, and also there is next to his kind of like where he's sleeping under the cover there is a scimitar there that looks like very nice.
Should I just call it like square jar or square bottle?
Yeah, but there's like a liquid inside of it. It's clear. So yeah, square bottle like.
Can Gizmo taste it to see what it is?
Oh.
Yeah, if you like unstopper it and smell it, it is like the most violent alcohol smell you've ever smelled.
Gizmo pockets.
So it looks like it's about the size of like a very large bottle, but it's like kind of tall too. Like, it's like a foot tall or yeah. Probably a foot tall and then like I don't know, 5 inches around like diameter. And then the scimitar, and then just other random stuff. May is kind of collecting. He put his lower half next to the.
No.
Is collecting some of the stones that Jeru had nearby and putting them like in a circle around him. I don't know if Rain would want to search Jeru's person while May's doing this, but he's like May already said that he's not against doing this preparation first before.
Yeah, I mean, Rain. I guess Rain would be as good a person as any to check.
Okay.
She's not gonna like be like kicking the corpse around or anything.
Right.
Just kind of like checking for like.
What do we have here?
Yeah, just like kind of checking like necklaces, rings, maybe like see if she can find any marks on him that like he might have gotten before being cut in half.
Okay. Wait, say that last part again.
Also like check his body to see if there's any like partially healed wounds or like anything else that would like signify like was he attacked by something before he became the seed or whatever.
Oh, right. So aside from just scars of old age or anything like that, and maybe old battles and times, there doesn't seem to be anything that's like very recent, like any wounds or anything like that.
Okay.
You think that I guess you deduce that he was a seed before he was eaten by a bear.
Okay. Yeah.
Gizmo, do you take the scimitar or no?
No.
Okay.
So anything on his person, like...
So, yeah, it's pretty clear to see. He has a staff, like his main staff that he has... Oh, crap. He has on a ring. And also you notice that his like hood or his cloak was is like made of a very fine material as well, that you think that it might be, have value or be magical or something. But aside from that, he has like literally nothing else. So he has a ring, a staff, and a cloak.
Rain is going to touch her earrings.
Okay.
Using the part of...
So whenever you touch that, immediately basically you go into stasis and like the entire world, changes and you get like shifted, like you get jerked into that, and immediately you can tell that all three of those objects are magical. And you see any of the magic that's on May. You see the shield guardian is, full of magic as well.
Can I see into the house? Like, is the scimitar like glowing in the distance or like whatever, like through the wall or something? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, you see that there's like a rod or something right inside of the house. It's just like glowing, kind of magic. And that's the only thing.
Okay.
Inside the house, I mean.
Right. Okay. So I guess Rain will. I'd have to start with one. So Rain. Actually, no, they're not on my possession, so I can't. Unless. No, I assumed I wouldn't have grabbed them off yet. So Rain will cancel it, and then tell everybody that there's something inside the house that's magical, and then kind of like collect the objects and begin identifying them.
Okay. You're gonna do that as a ritual?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll take me almost an hour to do all of them, like 40 minutes, but...
Okay. Yeah, I mean, May is... You collect the items on... May is finishing up his just kind of like his burial ritual. He's not digging him into the ground. He's circling his body in stones and then getting nearby plant growth and putting it over him. And like the final part of his ritual is actually going to be casting plant growth on it, so that it just completely like overfills that area and just says stuff in Sylvan. So this whole process takes like about 30 or so minutes.
Okay.
So Gizmo, you can decide what you would like to do over the 30 minutes, but you know that Rain is identifying, May is doing his like burial thing, and then Zoldak as well. You can decide what you would like to do.
Yeah, after like 20 minutes of not hearing anything, Zoldak's gonna get concerned, and he's gonna close the door, he's going to make sure that it doesn't lock, but he wants to make sure it can close all the way.
Okay.
And then he's just going to offer one, kind of quick prayer to the Morning Lord and just say, please keep Nira safe while I'm gone. And then he's
Okay,
going to...
so do you put, like, Nira in her bed or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's going to come out and look and try to find the rest of the group.
Yep, as you close the door, you don't hear it latch or anything. Like, it's clearly open again, so... Yeah, I mean, you can close both doors and come over towards this way.
And
The
then,
only thing is,
the river.
how would you like to cross the creek? Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Or the river, I guess.
Yeah, because I was going to say there's no sort of
undecided how big
bridge
it is.
across it. Huh?
I'm undecided how big this is, but I think it's... I mean, because it's only like about 20 to 30 feet across.
Yeah.
But it is a little deep, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess his old axe going to about 30 feet across, 20 feet. Yeah. He's not fond of the idea of wading through that, even though he knows the rest of the group did. Or flew over it.
You could attempt a running jump.
Yeah. But he can't. I don't think he can go 30 feet. Or maybe 20.
You could try...
I was gonna say, like, I was thinking he'd maybe try to find some way to, at one of the narrower parts, like, get a, plank or log or
Yeah,
tree.
and you could use your Banner of the Elves passive thing. And,
Yeah,
like,
to
kind of pole vault
move
yourself.
I think that's what he's gonna end up doing. 'Cause
Okay.
that's really the
Yeah, you find
place
up here, up around this bend around 14, like
Yeah.
around here.
Yeah.
The bank is set up in such a way that you can make a running jump with your pushing off with your halberd, and you make it across. You're fine.
Glaive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
glaive.
Use the glaive.
You can
Okay,
read a
so
tour
yeah,
or two.
Zordak's gonna pole vault across the creek there and kind of make his way down this way, and well, he's
Yeah,
gonna
so
make
as
it
you're
back
making your way through there, just noticing that there's no people. As
Yeah,
you walk, yeah, right.
He's making like a mental note of like, okay, are there houses here? Are the doors open? Are they closed? And...
Yeah, so far every single door has been unlocked or
Okay.
open. I mean,
Yeah, so I guess when he gets down here, would he be able to see over here that the group's there?
yeah, he can see the shield guardian standing there. That's the thing is that this is when he notices trees here and
Yeah,
all the
that
grass
they're
and everything.
clear.
It's all fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so Zodak's gonna approach and say, "Have you found anything?" And then, I guess, kind of stop mid-sentence when he notices May doing,
Right. And also the bear corpse is still there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, May is like, Jeru was holed up here, and the bear attacked him, and we were too slow to save Jeru, and we had to kill the bear. Whatever this green sickness is, it's, it seems like any animals or anything that are just becoming, possessed.
It corrupts as
whatever
well as
this
poisons.
green stuff. Yeah.
Zoldak, when he notices what May's doing, he says, "Do you think you could bury my 3 dogs the same way? I don't like the idea of burying them in the earth, but that type of
yeah,
grave looks
we could
fitting for them."
put the dogs with Jeru's bear, as this is like basically the least affected area. This is the
Yeah.
correct place to put them all.
I'll have trouble getting them across the river, though.
I can get them.
Okay.
If Rain can if Rain could be distracted from her ritual to say anything, she could send the Shield Guardian, or at least if she can hear it, she'll just like, whatever telepathy command the Shield Guardian like.
Yeah, she doesn't
aid.
break concentration from ritual by sending that.
Yeah, so it would just be like help Zoldak, and Shield Guardian would just like turn back at him. Kinda like
yeah. So actually, as we're talking about this, Zoldak, the Shield Guardian, goes over to you and like angles its arms so that and has its hands flat so that you could use it as a stepping stone.
Yeah.
And just kind of is like, get on me, like that whatever kind of gesture.
Zoldak, takes the hint and steps up on the Shield Guardian's arm and kind of hoists himself up.
Yeah.
And
So May is like, I think our new companion can actually help you cross, the river better than I can.
yes, I'll bring my companions over and.
Yeah, he could even carry them for you if they're still poisoned.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. So you both go over. Shield Guardian has no trouble. Some of the tendrils climb up on its legs, but it just doesn't even slow down. Keeps walking, goes over to your house, and then lets you go down. It's too big to fit through the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
So.
So Zoldak's gonna bring the dogs out. I guess one at a time. I don't think the Shield Guardian can carry all three of them and Zoldak.
Yeah, the Shield Guardian could most likely hold them in its hands, but yeah, then you would have to like climb the back of the Shield Guardian or something.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's possible, just given enough time.
Yeah. So I guess we'll do that, but take a little more time. Have the Guardian carry the dogs in his arms, and then Zoldak will climb on its back.
Yeah. So you take your time to make sure that none of the like green ooze from their mouths touch your skin, and place them, get it, and come across, and yeah, so that time has gone by. Gizmo, what are you doing?
Gizmo is over here, wants to see if the mayor's house is open.
Okay, so you come over here, and the iron gate that closes this area is actually closed.
Huh. Does it seem like it's gonna resist if Gizmo shoves it? Or like pushes on it?
So if you go up and push on it, it just opens. Like it swings open or whatever.
It looks like the place has been ransacked.
So you come in here, and over here is stables and everything, and gone, and the entrance to is completely open.
Gizmo wants to investigate.
Okay. So you go in, and like the first room immediately, dining room, and it leads off to a kitchen to the left, and yeah, I mean the area is pretty big, and it actually seems pretty fancy, but any of the expensive stuff, like there seems like there was a cabinet that had jewelry and stuff on it, all the drawers are pulled out, and just everything's open. But there's not anything like broken on the floor or anything. No plates. It just looked like everything was kind of pulled together very fast, like a tornado hit it.
Once Gizmo leaves the house, he wants to go to the tower and see if the army's still down here.
Okay. So yeah, normally there's all the construction going on that are over here to 32, like tents and stuff.
Yeah.
But all the tents are like, some of them are still up and deflated and stuff, but there's not a single person here. And you walk up on the plank and go up to the stone tower and go up the stairs, but the the drawbridge thing is up the whole way. So like the stairs are kind of just like floating up you know, from the tower.
Gizmo yells to see if anybody's up there.
Okay, yeah, you yell, and I mean, you can even pretty sure you have thaumaturgy
Uh-huh.
cantrip, and yeah, just like like yell really loud, and just aside from like maybe there's like a bird that gets spooked or flutters away, nothing seems to happen.
So are we just assuming these people left, or are we assuming these people just like straight up like all just died?
I think.
Well, you haven't seen any bodies yet, so
Yeah, I think they like could have all been captured, or they all just got like turned into these like weird beast things that are, I don't know, they're just like somewhere, like they like wandered away.
Gizmo
Zombies.
wanders back to everybody else and kind of deliberates what he found, which is basically Jack Squid.
Zoldak's gonna say, if there's nothing more here, I'd like to go back and keep an eye on Nira.
yeah, May says that he'll take care of the animals.
Yes, thank you, man. After we're done here, if we can take one final sweep through the town, any of the other houses that look like there might be signs of life, I'd like to do that, and then we should leave here, see if we can find some answers, or maybe we wait until Nira wakes up and see what she can tell us.
Okay, so yeah, Zoldak, you go back to her. May says to, I guess, just like Gizmo and Rain, everybody involved. Once he's done with Jero, that takes about sets to Rain. You're working on the last magic item, and I'm just gonna say them all like at once whenever
Okay.
you're done.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But basically, he says, well, the way in my culture how we deal with animals is that we don't bury them; we actually burn them. And he said he mentions, he's like, I personally cannot be the one. He's like, I can't bring myself to do this, even though it's Jeru's animal, everything. I just can't deal with fire, and so either one of you two has means to create fire. I mean, it's like Rain. I've seen you make it, but I just can't be the one to do it. Like I can't be here when you do it. That's like, so if either one of you has a way you could do it, and I'll just stand back.
Is Rain done now?
Not quite yet. You have like 5 minutes left.
Okay, I'll let somebody else.
Gizmo pulls his tinderbox from his pack and sets fires.
Okay, I mean, and then you just like collect wood or something.
Yeah.
And put it on them and create kind of like a pyre, yeah, and light it. And I mean, yeah, like May is back like 60 to 100 feet, but sees that everything's on fire, and including the trees in the town. Yeah, so that happens, and I mean, enough time goes by that Rain, you are now done. So you have ring, staff, cloak, scimitar. Okay, so the ring. I'm just gonna type all this crap out.
Type all of the crap out.
Better cloak of protection?
Yeah. Zoldak could probably use the Cloak of Protection. I still have one item I could attune to. Oh, by a cleric, druid, or oh wait, no, that's Staff of the Adder.
So what is Staff of the Adder?
You can use a bonus action to speak the staff's command word and make the head of the staff become that of an animate poisonous snake for 1 minute. Use another bonus action to speak the command word again, return the staff to its normal inanimate form. You can make a melee attack using the snake head, which has a reach of 5 feet. Your proficiency bonus applies to the attack roll. On a hit, the target takes 1d6 piercing and must succeed on a DC 15 con save or take 3d6 poison damage.
Interesting.
The snake head can be attacked while it is animate. It has an armor class of 15 and 20 hit points. If the head drops to 0, the staff is destroyed. And it regains all lost hit points when reverted back. Yeah, that. Cleric, Druid, or Warlock, basically all three of the classes right there.
So yeah, I guess Zoldak should probably take the Cloak of Protection.
Well, I mean, I'm not there right now, but
Right, but just,
Right.
you know,
that would
Ring
be
of
his
Invisibility.
3 attuned items then.
Ring of Invisibility, is that an attune item?
No, it is not actually. It is it's like a kind of like a spell scroll, so it's like weird just because it's a one-time use.
Okay.
Oh,
I
and then
guess,
it doesn't recharge at all.
Exactly.
Alright, I guess Rain will just like put that on, just because I can think of at least one situation which I might be able to use that. And, I guess offer the silver scimitar and the adder staff to anybody who wants it. Like, May might just want it just because it was Jeru's.
Yeah, May would ask for the staff. And he's fine with taking the scimitar because it's silver, but if somebody else wants it, he won't take it. But yeah, the only thing he's kind of like is like, yeah, could I have Jeru's staff?
Right, of course.
You're
Yeah.
like, no.
This is mine. Actually, it's
Yeah.
all mine. Put the Cloak of Protection on the Shield Guardian.
Yeah. You turn invisible and just run away. Damn it, Furnock!
It's my staff!
Okay. Gizmo, do you want that scimitar?
No.
Okay.
He's a hammer. What the hell do I need a scimitar for?
Page 723. Actually, shouldn't I put the +2 in front of? Isn't it like +2 silver scimitar? Isn't that how they
Yeah.
normally do it?
Yep, plus
Yeah.
whatever is in.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so all of that happens, and yep, you finish a ritual, and the fire ritual is done. So, you know, May is just kind of like left on a somber note, and it seems like this whole area is kind of like lost now. Like Jeru's gone, and everybody seems to be gone.
Don't forget about figuring out why the trees are fine here but not anywhere else.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, May would, if anybody would ask him, he would just chalk it up to just the level of care that Jeru had for this area. Like this was most of where, like basically these trees are magically enhanced in some way, just because they're part of a druid grove, and that the trees are basically kind of like supernatural. So that's what he chalked it to. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like these aren't just kind of like normal planted trees and that it was cultivated. Like this is like the grove itself is almost like a magical creation by a druid. So it's kind of like, yeah,
Okay.
these aren't normal trees. The steroid trees.
Oh, so I guess Rain would ask the question that is probably on everybody's mind, but nobody wants to know. Boathouse.
So, like, the only thing is, like, I guess May would try to come back to, like, to Zoldak, because it's kind of just, like, the last, you know, there's nothing else really here in the town. All he really knew was Jeru in the town. He didn't really know anybody else. So, it's just kind of like, okay, well, now that Jeru's gone, I'll just go over, like, to Zoldak, since he's holding up there. But, yeah, everybody knows if everybody is coming back, but that the path looking at where May is now, like just south of the trader area, everybody knows that the creek flow direction is that way. So you know that if this was like poison that came down, it would have come from
The moat
like
house
to
direction.
the right. Yeah. So basically, the easiest thing to deduce would be that it's like either from the woods around the moat house, something happened there, or that something happened at the moat house, or that something happened before the moat house. But yeah, basically it's like that direction seems to be the source.
Okay. Rain expended a couple spells in that last fight, so she's just gonna kind of chill for now. And,
Okay.
I guess she'll just kind of chill in the grove a bit, and you know, whatever, just kind of like relax.
Yeah, I mean this is like the only normal looking place.
Yeah, just like.
Gizmo, is there anything you want to do, or it's like kind of just everybody takes like a short rest or something? Gizmo!
What?
Is there anything that you want to do, or does like everybody take like a short rest, like reflection?
Sure. Gizmo just wants to drink.
Okay.
In this tree.
Are you gonna drink your stuff, or are you gonna try?
Nope.
Cheers.
Gizmo's drinking out of his endless supply.
Okay.
Because fuck this town.
Okay.
You know, that reminds me, you know, in Xanathar's guide, how they have like the uncommon or whatever common magic items, whatever. Gizmo's mug of endless ale would fit right in that category.
Yeah. Except it's clearly uncommon.
Yeah. Yeah, so Zoldak's seeing Manor, he's just like, hey. So, any other news from out there, or what's the plan?
No, the the ritual or the like the burial and the funeral is all done, and I'm just I don't want to be over there right now
Hmm.
in the grove. I kind of want to know why all of this has happened, because basically this poison is basically the direct reason why Jiro had to.
Yes.
Gizmo, in his
And
drinking stupor, has a thought and goes to the end of the town and looks at the pathway.
Okay. So you go over this way, and the
Whoa.
trees, just as the trees were to the left, like what we were all walking through, but nothing else seems very different about them.
What about the pathway?
The pathway itself just seems normal. Just
Oh, let's hope for
dirt.
like dragging or hoof marks or something.
You could make a survival check.
I did.
Oh.
22.
It's hard to say because there's a lot of travel anyway on this, but roll a intelligence saving. Okay. Yeah, I'll give this to you. It does seem like the path is somewhat like the first time we went out there, it was basically pretty abandoned, and we had to like cut through it and do all that kind of stuff just to like get through there. Or you guys did. May wasn't part of that yet. And yeah, it seems definitely more opened up now. So you think people have been traveling along this path since you have last been here,
Hmm.
but you can't tell like a number, anything. But you are just kind of like, like there's a couple more like trample marks, and yeah, like maybe some horses even went through here or something.
So the moat house, basically the only answer to that question. Damn sons of bitches. Do we know where does 33 go?
33 is the pathway.
Oh, okay.
The pathway that's to the right is it just kind of ends like in a dead end shortly
Oh,
to the right of the
okay.
map here.
Gizmo does not want to. He refuses to go back there. Because if he does, he's going to set the entire building on fire.
That'll get out whatever's in there. Let's do this the easy way.
I'm gonna burninate the moat house.
Hey, May, could you turn into a fucking fish and just like swim up the river?
Die?
And pull you guys
Immune
in.
to poison.
Gizmo
Yep.
sits up against one of these trees and starts drinking, and then starts praying. And
Pray to Zeus.
I am going to. God.
We saw what happened the last time you prayed to Zeus.
Yeah, but I'm about to pull a U.
Divination.
Yeah.
Just subtract 25 gold from your.
Where is divination?
It's not like a weapon. It's just one of your regular spells.
Actually, mine's divine intervention. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, that's your
10th level.
class.
Yeah, that's a
skill.
10th level. On behalf, when your need is great, imploring your deity's aid requires your action. Oh, using your action. Describe your assistance you seek and roll a number equal or lower than the cleric's level. Your intervention, intervene.
Okay, so you have to describe the assistance you seek, and then you will.
And then I can't use this again for another 7 days.
Yeah, so it says the DM chooses the nature of the intervention. The effect of a cleric spell or cleric domain spell would be appropriate. So the type of assistance you ask for has to be something that could have some material, because like divination is just an answer to a question, but divine intervention has it has a chance of it happening or not, but if it does happen, like something material happens. So what would you
Night.
Huh? What'd you say?
Oh, I was talking to somebody else.
Oh. Gizmo
is talking to the cats?
kind of gives an explanation of what is going on and doesn't know what they should do or where they should go, and just like is asking for some guidance. Or or help or a sign or I don't know, something.
In relation to what?
What to do next or what happened to this town.
Give us a map with a big red X on it.
Yeah. Yeah, like so try to be a little bit more specific, like what happened to this town, because that's kind of like that's like a divination.
I know.
So it should be something like give us I don't know.
Give us an
Well, you can do
answer,
something,
or
because doesn't it? It can replicate the effect of a spell, so that spell could be divination.
It could, but to me, divine intervention is like almost like he could just cast divination.
I don't have
but-
divination.
And that has a 100% success rate, whereas this currently has a 10% success rate. So it's got to be like,
Oh yeah, something where it's like you're asking for something big.
yeah, at least a little bigger, yeah.
So like that actually you could actually use that. That could have been to say resurrect Jeru if you wanted that.
Yeah, theoretically, as long as I gauge it's correct or appropriate.
And if I roll a dice that's equal or higher to my level. At the bottom there, it says about has to be higher than cleric's current level.
For what?
For it to work.
I'm sure it's higher. I thought it had to be like you rolled a D100 and it had
Wait,
to be
where
100.
does it say that?
Do.
It says the effect of any cleric spell. It doesn't say anything about level requirement. Like you could literally ask, "Please bring Jeru back to life," and if you succeed, and then I determine that it.
Describe the assistance you seek and roll a percentile die. If you roll a number equal or lower to your cleric level, your deity intervenes.
Right. So you have a 10. Yeah. So you're gonna roll a 100-sided die, and if you roll between a 1 and a 10 inclusive, then your deity is going to do something.
Oh, that's a small fucking window.
Yeah, exactly. So at level 20,
Divination is probably more what you're looking for.
No.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for an answer to a question, that's divination. But if you want please resurrect Jeru, that's divine intervention. And also remember that you can't use this again for 7 days.
I don't plan on it. No, because my Gizmo knows we have to go to the moat house. So I'm either about to just ask for if he can give us some sort of help once we get there, as in a person, or just blow up the moat house.
Well, you could ask
Ask
Zeus
your
to
deity.
blow up the moat house.
Smite the moat house.
Or could I
You
ask?
should probably wait until we get there to see what's there.
Or should Gizmo ask for Oliver to appear in front of him?
Oh, bring him to me.
You can ask for whatever you want. It's up to Zeus to interpret your request if you succeed. And remember, 10% is pretty small,
I
so
know.
it's a very
Gizmo-
good chance.
Gizmo is going to ask
If you do succeed, actually, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave.
Gizmo is going to ask if his his Lord and Savior has the ability to give him another item that will aid him in his future endeavors.
So, you're asking for a magic item from Zeus.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
The one might just D100.
Yeah, slash R 1D100.
I want this to work so bad.
Like that. Without the period.
14.
Oh, so close.
That was pretty close.
Bane on him, and he actually subtracts from that.
Yeah.
See, out of curiosity, I'm gonna do it again, just to see what I get. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, you're so close.
Damn. That was close.
Okay, 1 week later you can try again.
1 week later.
I'm not worried about it.
Zeus, give me a fucking weapon!
If you
I
never
already
use
have
it,
one.
if you never use it, it just doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah, it was basically like to see if we can get something or not.
Yeah, I mean, if you try every 7 days, you're like, hey, can I have an awesome magical item? There's no other way that that's going to happen, so.
I mean, it's free, so it's like...
That's like what that's like some like metagamey character. You're like, we're starting at level, we're starting at level 15, guys, and you're like, you make a cleric, and you're like, my cleric is, you choose some race with a long life, like an elf or a dwarf or something, and you're like, yeah, every week my character asks for a magic item, so he just has like a stockpile of like every magic item.
It's like, I own a store now because I have so many items.
Yeah.
And just like you sold a whole bunch and made a whole bunch of money, so it's like you just start the game and you're like, where'd you get all those magic items? It's part of my backstory,
It's like, I wish I bought Bitcoin 10 years ago.
But
Well,
anyway.
that's Gizmo's doing. Gizmo is now just drinking under a tree.
Okay.
Thought about Oliver's stupid face.
So Zeus doesn't give you an item, but he does give you alcohol poisoning. Drink yourself to death.
Still not
Good
gonna
thing
stop
he's
Gizmo.
resistant.
Okay, so as everybody has downtime and everything, I think this would be a good point to stop with basically the general attitude that everybody's realizing perhaps heading east is the way.
General attitude.
What?
General attitude. What? It cut out.
Oh, a general attitude that heading east.
You do cut out, Jordan. It's a little weird.
Yeah. I think Zoldak would be more concerned about getting to a place of safety first, especially, Nira. Like, he's not going to want to take her into danger.
Right.
That's why you leave her.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to leave her in here because this place is just as dangerous. He's actually
Relock the
considering-
door that you broke.
Yeah, he's actually considering more about getting to a like going to another town that's nearby, if there even is one. Which I think we were thinking heading west would be that answer, but
I don't think we want to go back to Barovia.
no.
Granted, it's safer currently than this fucking place, but
yeah.
Yeah.
saying that,
Rain Second's going back to Barovia. There's a castle there. We could just be fucking rich. We'll
no.
just take it over.
Could all just retire there.
The next thing you're going to say is you want to go back to the Amber Temple.
Well, I'm not going back to the Ember Temple. Just nobody stop me from walking this direction. I'll see you guys.
I'm gonna
May is indoors.
make sure you're
Yeah, I think Zoldak was more thinking about heading like north or south to whatever town or cities in that direction. But yeah, I mean, he's down to go to the moat house. He just wants to make sure that Nira's in a place of safety first,
I'd almost like to hear what Nira has to say first.
and that too, because obviously she stayed behind. I think Zoldak is, it's from what he's gathered, it seems like a lot of people fled, but not everybody did. So, for the ones that stayed, why did they stay? Or maybe some were captured, and the others escaped capture. So he wants to know what happened and then see what Nira knows about what happened.
Right. Well,
Well, guys, it looks like we have another adventure on our hands. Another
Goddamn
mystery.
Raleigh.
And
fucking moat house.
What happened to Homla?
looks like we have another
Got
mystery
the
on our
AIDS.
Well, let's just revive Jiru. Rain revives him anyway, and then we're gonna ask him. And if
Can't
he's
revive
upset,
him. You can't use that spell.
if he's upset about it, I'll just kill him again. It's fine.
Use it to revive Strahd.
We need your help now in a cruel
Ooh.
twist of fate.
Ooh.
Why would you give him that option, Jordan?
No,
Yeah.
imagine resurrecting Strahd like pre-vampire. Like,
That'd be the only way to do it, because
Yeah.
most of the time undead can't be brought back to life, so that'd have to be like a really high level resurrection.
Yeah, I mean, I think true resurrection cures them of all disease and stuff.
Yeah. So,
imagine a scaled campaign of Barovia in which parties a high enough level that they meet Sergei and they're like, let's just revive Sergei to help us. Here's
Yeah,
like
so regular resurrection does that same thing, but it doesn't cure magical diseases, which is probably considered.
Even if it does, if that's not technically how it's considered, I'd consider it that way. Or
Like
if there's
a
no
non-magical
official-
disease.
Well, like if there, well, vampirism. If there's like no official ruling on what it is, that's how I would treat it. Like
As
you
a
need
normal
true
disease.
resurrection to heal it,
Oh, right, yeah.
whether it's whether you consider it magical or natural or whatever.
Yeah.